welcome back to my channel. So I have a question for you. Did you find yourself struggling to stop thinking about your affair partner over the Christmas holidays? Was it hard for you to stay present in the moment? Did you find your thoughts kept going back to your affair partner and your time together? Maybe you guys took a break. Or maybe it ended, or maybe you're contemplating ending it, but you found that you were just not present. And now that you look back, do you feel like you just missed the whole Christmas holiday, and maybe missed time with your kids and just, being with your family because your mind was so preoccupied with your affair partner? Well, I have some tips to share with you. So before we get into it, I would like you to go to my website. I have a new free download for you guys. It's a quiz, and it's going to help you know if you're getting stuck, because some people will end the affair and they will progress through recovery. Everything will be fine, and it will take a normal amount of time to heal and get past the grief. Well, some of us, like myself, we can get stuck in complicated grief. And that means that we will stay in recovery at whatever stage we get stuck at, and we will not be able to focus. We'll constantly think about them. So what I did was I created a questionnaire for you to go download, fill out. It'll tell you what phase you're in, and if you're stuck and need help, which is what I do. If you get stuck, then I can help you get unstuck and show you how to keep moving forward, because healing doesn't have to take that long. You can be, I would say, let's look at 80% healed in 6 months. But that's just a general. I don't really like to put a time frame on it. But what I want you to do is go check that out if you're struggling and see where you are at. It's a free download. Check the description box below. Okay, so let's get into it. What happened to me? Okay, so my affair had ended in January, but the Christmas before, my kids were little. I had 5 and an 8-year-old and a teenager. So he was with his dad that weekend. But I remember my husband was at work Christmas morning. My girls got up. One of them had gotten a dollhouse, and I had to put it together because my husband was working, so we didn't have time to put it together the night before. I could hardly put that thing together. My mind was just racing. My emotions, I felt panicky. I was anxious. I was waiting for my affair partner to call me. All I could think about was, I just need him to call me, because when he does, I'm going to feel better. And I just don't remember much. When I think back, I remember sitting on the sofa, my girls coming up and bringing me their toys to play with them, but I couldn't. Emotionally, I was just distraught and anxious and missing him and waiting to feel better. When he called, I did feel a little bit better, but it was just the anxiety and the realization that I would spend Christmases without him until we got together. And I really didn't know if I wanted to do that. I didn't know if, or I guess, let me say it this way, I was starting to second guess whether I really wanted to share Christmas with my kids, like them go to my husband and then they come back to me. I just didn't know if I wanted to do that. And I just didn't like the situation that I was in. I didn't like wanting to be with someone and not being able to, and the anxiety was driving me crazy. So if that's you, I want to give you 3 recovery tips to start the new year without your affair partner. If your affair has ended, and let me say this, even if it has not ended and you're thinking about ending it and you're in pain, these tips can still help you. So the first one is, create a vision for you. I want you to start prioritizing yourself, your healing, what's going to help you get to a better place, what's going to help you find peace, and contentment in your life, because it's not the affair partner. They just are not able to provide lasting peace and contentment. Lasting peace and contentment really comes from our relationship with the Lord. He is the one that provides that true fulfillment. But sometimes as Christians, we can be with the Lord and have a relationship with Him and still not feel content. What God has taught me is that He wants to come in and show you those core wounds inside of your heart that needs healing. Once those wounds are healed, that's when you really feel true contentment and fulfillment. And I'm speaking from experience because this is what He has taught me. But He could not teach me these things, and He could not heal my heart of all of the core wounds that I had until I was ready to prioritize myself, until I was ready to let go of my unhealthy coping mechanisms, like my affair partner, let go of the addiction, let go of the running and the fear. And once I did that, that's when God was able to heal me of being with my affair partner, like that pain, the missing him, the grief. Summarize that painful stage of withdrawals is the grief stage. It was God who got me through. So I would say to you today, the first thing is to prioritize yourself going into this new year and recognize that you are losing time by staying in a painful and anxious place in this part-time relationship in your affair. The second tip I would say would be to replace the void with positive habits. Whenever we end the affair, it leaves us with that emotional void, because they're our best friend. We talk to them, we become friends, all the things. And now that's gone. So we need to replace that void. The first thing I did with the void was I dove head first into my relationship with the Lord. I just knew that God was the only one that was going to be able to get me through this. So I literally replaced my relationship with my affair partner with prayer and reading my Bible and going to church and seeking God. And during that time, my husband and I had started to build our relationship, so he became that physical replacement for me. So I would suggest that you start with the Lord, especially if you're a Christian. Go back to God. He's waiting to heal you. The next thing is let go of the guilt and the shame. Learn how to let go of the guilt and the shame. Because if you feel guilty, if you're hanging on to shame, you're not going to be able to pursue God. You're not going to be able to pursue His vision for your life. And God wants to help you find your purpose. He wants to heal you of all the pain that has happened, all of the destruction to your heart that the affair has caused. God wants to heal you. But again, if you have that shame and guilt, He's not able to do that because you feel too bad to even go and ask for help. So I always start my new year with the Lord and a new word and a fresh start and seeking God's face. And as for you guys right now, especially if your affair has ended, this is a great time to start prioritizing your relationship with God, your relationship with your spouse if you're married, and your family. And start thinking about, where do I want to go next year? Do I really want to be in this place this time next year? And be honest with yourself. Just be honest. And ask yourself, what do you want? Because an affair is not everything that it promises to be. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful. If you are in that withdrawal stage and that grief stage, I have a short mini course. It's the first step. It's your survival guide. It's on sale right now. It's an introductory offer for $47. It's going to be very helpful to get you through these first couple of weeks of your affair ending. And like I said, it's the first step. So give it a look at, see, and I say the first step, it's the first step before you come to me. That's going to help you, and it will help give you some instant results that you're needing, that comfort that you're looking for. So If you have any questions, let me know. Check the description box below. Don't forget to go download your questionnaire so you can see where you're at, if you're stuck, and if you need help to move forward. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.